Hey there guys, William Shat here. Today we are going to do a let's play of the new bonus episode, What's Left Behind. The Nell Shadin system is home to a civilization of more than 900 million. Shadins have begun to develop spaceflight, but as of yet are not warp capable. Although the species of Delta Quadrant do not recognize the Prime Directive, there has been a quiet agreement to leave the Shadins in peace. That's a weird name, huh? Even the hierarchy has agreed to follow this unspoken rule, although that may be because they see more profit in a species with spaceflight than one without. Alright, so it looks like a lot of people are already running this stuff. So let's go ahead and warp in. I'm going to actually keep the volume loud so you can kind of hear what's going on. I'm sure there's some dialogue in there. So we arrived in Nell Shadin system. Voyager sends Admiral Tuvok's regards and says they are ready for you as soon as you've moved into targeted transporter range. Alright, let's launch my ships because I'm sure I'm going to be attacked here. Not much on the map. I'm going to warp to another area. Beam to Voyager. Alright. Sir Admiral Tuvok has arranged to greet you in the transporter room. He wishes to speak to you about the device recovered from Gaul.
Welcome back to Voyager. We were about to begin studying the device you recovered from Gaul's communication center. Since you have
Hold on, let's... turn the music down.
Welcome back to Voyager. We were about to begin studying the device you recovered from Gaul's communication center. Since you have spearheaded much of our efforts here, I would like you to take the lead once again. Captain Kim and 7 of 9 are at your disposal. Talk with them if you need more help deciphering the device. When you finish your analysis, return to me for further orders. I will be here in the transporter room to see you off.
Where's engineering? There's engineering. Oh, we're doing experiments in engineering. Good job, guys. I love how we always do experiments in engineering. Probably the worst place to do an experiment, right next to a warp core.
Glad you're here. We transported the device to engineering here so we could run all the scans and tests we could think of. The first thing we need to do is determine how it's communicating. We can't find any normal transmissions from it, but we're hoping you have some new ideas to bring to the table.
Sure. I have no ideas. Let's analyze it. Hopefully it won't blow up on us. This transmission of some sort, normal detection. Feedback is assigned to investigate some of the more exotic transmission forms. Multi-dimensionally, let's try that. Not correct, okay. Subspace, how about that? Alright, subspace, inform Kim of your findings.
The device communicates with subspace. We should have guessed that. Now comes the hard part. We need to access the device's memory core. The engineering team here on Voyager is good, and I've heard your team is top-notch. But it might take more time than we have for either team to make a full analysis. We should have both teams give you their opinions on the device. If we work together, hopefully we can make a breakthrough. You'll need to set switches on the device until we get solid readings. We'll be able to tell if switches are in the correct position, but not which switches. Good luck.
Alright. And I'm disappearing. There are 3 switches on the device. Each one can be oriented either on or off. You're required to get all 3 switches into the correct orientation before you can access the memory banks. Which one is off?
Sir, I've consulted with both the engineers here on Voyager and your chief engineer. I am seeing green across the board. All the switches are in the correct position, and we now have access to the primary memory core of the device. Unfortunately, we're only halfway there. Now we need to access the secondary memory core to get full access to the data we need.
Alright, so just don't touch any of the switches, apparently. There are 3 switches on the device, each orient, I don't know, same thing as before. Alright, let's try it again. Let's just evaluate and see if it,
The engineers tell me there is only one switch in the correct orientation.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we can't determine which switch it is. Let me know when you think we have a better orientation, and they'll check again.
Alright, rework the switches. Which one is off, off, off? Okay, so let's start with the first one. We'll turn it on. Now evaluate.
The engineering teams are reading big zeros across the board. None of the switches are in the correct
Alright, so the
orientation.
first one was in the right place.
Let's try this again. Looks like you did it again.
That's
All
it.
the switches are in the correct position, and we now have full access to the
Real
memory core
brainbuster
of the
there.
device. 7 of 9 should be of assistance in accessing the memory banks of that device. She's in astrometrics, attempting to get a fix on the location of who or what is receiving these transmissions.
Alright. Beam device to astrometrics. Can't you beam me there too? I thought astrometrics was right here on the show. Oh, whatever.
We have access to the data banks of the device. Very efficient work. From the data we have received so far, we will be able to pinpoint the exact transmission coordinates. However, it is possible that doing so may alert whomever is on the other end that we have reverse-engineered their technology. There are 3 likely ways to get at the information. I suggest further analysis to determine the best course of action.
Alright. Okay, determining the device's memory, the transmitters were being sent, alerting the parties. So brute force it is.
Fascinating. Excellent work. With this location, we may be able to finally reveal who gave the Vaadwaur their advanced technology, and why the neuroparasites appeared again in this time and place. Commander Jirok of the Romulan Republic has requested to join you on this operation. Her own analysis of the device has shown that the Romulans have had some contact with the creators of this device, a race known as the Ilachi.
Oh,
She will meet you in subspace at the given coordinates. Finally, Voyager's emergency medical hologram, the Doctor, will be assigned to your crew. His knowledge of the Delta Quadrant races may prove invaluable. He's not much of a combatant, but should prove useful.
Hello again.
Okay. I guess they didn't get his acting lines there. To yellow alert. Suspect transmitting a substation RW Lisette, whatever. Should be arriving any moment. Alright.
Greetings. This is Commander Jirok of the RRW Lisette. When we learned that the Alachi were involved, I requested to shadow you on this mission.
Oh, thanks.
I know your experience with the Alachi is limited. The Romulan Republic, however, has an extensive history with this race. The Tal Shiar used Alachi to help invade Varanat, a colony made up of Romulan refugees seeking to make a new life for themselves. The two factions worked together to convince Romulan colonies to join the Tal Shiar. It was in spite of this that the Romulan Republic was forged. We fought off the Tal Shiar and eventually made a stand against the Alachi at New Romulus. Many Romulans gave their lives in defense of our new homeworld. But that final defense seemed to quiet Alachi attacks for quite some time, barring the occasional incursion from subspace. Alright, we'll follow your lead here. We're seeing 3 patrol groups. Recommend we eliminate them before we board the station.
This is not what I want here. Actually, wait a minute. Oh, please work right. Nope, didn't work right. Damn it. Let's go kill some Alachi. I should have set this on hard, huh? Yeah, I should have done elite. That was too easy. Alright, now what? Beam to the station, okay. Yeah, that works. Arrived on the outpost, sir, and the doctor has offered to accompany the away team to offers extensive knowledge of the Delta Quadrant. In addition, Commander Jurok is taking an away team from the Lisette to another part of the facility. She wants to speak with you before we begin. Okay.
I was thinking we should split up and cover as much of the facility as we can, unless you have a better idea.
Pretty big facility. This might take a while.
This is obviously an Alachi facility. What I know about them comes from the Romulan Republic's databases, but I should be able to learn more as we examine this location. The air here is suitable for the Alachi, which means that you may find breathing difficult. I, of course, do not have that problem. If you have an environmental suit, or even some sort of rebreather, you will be fine. If you don't, keep an eye out for something that could help filter out the toxins.
Ugh. God.
Good. You found a breathing apparatus. That should take care of that fast cough.
Wait, why is Data coughing? Really? He's an android. I'm not giving him a suit, he's an android, that's stupid. They should address that. That's kind of funny that the android officer I have has an issue with breathing toxins. Okay, so she needs one. He needs one. Let's see. What the heck? I have a bunch of these and I don't know why they're not showing up. Oh well, I guess some of you guys have to suffer. Take a suit with you guys. Don't forget to bring your suits because your crew will suffer otherwise. So
these are Solanate tables. I read the these books about it.
Same thing as the what are they called?
These are definitely Solanate tables.
Yeah.
Which, if I'm correct, and I always am, is the same race you dealt with after using the Iconian gateway on New Romulus. The Solanate kidnapped victims through subspace for their brutal experiments. If they are somehow connected to the Alachi and the Vaadwaur, this is beginning to make more sense. If I had to guess, there must be a stasis room nearby. We should find it and rescue anyone in there who can still be saved.
Okay. Stop coughing, everyone. You're driving me nuts. No? You go this way? No. Of course not. We gotta take the longest way possible. Are you serious?
It looks as if they are converting their captives into more Alachi. If my readings are correct, there are several individuals here who have only just begun the conversion process. We can save them if we beam them back to your ship.
Alright, let's save them. I guess the Alachi don't like fire. Pimp cane action, alright. Alright, here's some to save.
You'll be back on duty before you know it. One to beam up. A Kazon? Even the Borg won't assimilate a Kazon. Everything will be fine, Mr. Turay. We'll beam you directly to sickbay.
Klingon.
This is no way for a proud Klingon warrior to go out. We'll patch him up immediately. Ah, a Hazari. Stay calm. We'll get you the medical attention you need. We're transporting you to a Romulan ship in orbit. You're going to be fine.
There's one more, it looks like. A human, maybe.
Transport this Talaxian directly to sickbay. Well, the Solanae are definitely involved. I believe I have everything I need from this area. We need to keep moving if we hope to meet up with Commander Jirok. The door is unlocked now. We should keep going.
Odd. You sound like you're in a Solanae lab, but we're in some place that looks like a prison. In fact, I'd say that's exactly what it is. And they've just had a breakout. Whoever it was, they used our arrival as the distraction they needed to make their move. I'll keep looking for more information, but I hope the escapees are friendly.
What do we have here? Florian, okay. That's useful.
Neural parasites. This must be where the Valar were implanted with those mind-controlling bugs. Neural parasites. Just as I suspected. Did you know that several Starfleet officers were infected by these in the mid-2360s? The Enterprise logs from that era are fascinating reading, if you ever have a few dozen hours to spare.
A few dozen hours, okay.
If Gaul and the infected Vaadwaur were communicating with this station, it stands to reason that this may be the facility where the bluegill implantation takes place. We should definitely investigate further. If we can find the implantation room, then I should be able to analyze their equipment and gather more information.
All right.
I don't believe it. The empirical evidence is right in front of me, but I'm actually having difficulty processing this information.
Oh, your processors are having issues, huh?
This tech, this whole facility, it's Iconian. There are variations on the norm, of course, because of the Solanae and Alachi influence, but I see distinct signs of their presence throughout the facility. The Iconians, as we know them, rarely reveal themselves. The only known interaction with an Iconian in modern history took place on Kronos, when... Wait, you were there! I don't need to explain that situation again. As I was saying, the Iconians don't like to act directly. They use servitor races, like the Alachi and the Solanae, to cause chaos in their name. And the neural parasites, they've bioengineered. Rather like the Founders created the Jem'Hadar, but sophisticated enough to control another species, and with much less free will. The parasites are a weapon. When Voyager revived the Vaadwaur, their technology was outdated compared to what other powers in the Delta Quadrant had at that time. Even the Kazon outdid them. But now, Vaadwaur technology is cutting edge. The only way they could have advanced so far, so fast, was by allying themselves with someone else. With the Iconians. The Vaadwaur got their tech upgrades from them, but they also got the neural parasites. The parasites gave the Vaadwaur power, but they gave the Iconians control. They were ultimately the ones pulling the strings. This entire war has been against an enemy we didn't even see.
Alright, let's find Commander Jarak. Alright, are we done here? Right over there. How do we get there? Where do we go? Over here. Uh-oh. Oh, we got bugs in here. Starship Troopers, here we go. I have a feeling one of these bugs are gonna pop up.
This is more like a factory than a laboratory.
What?
Some of this technology is ancient, but it's quite advanced.
commons.
These parasites aren't a natural species at all. They look engineered.
Oh, is there something we're supposed to do here? So we'll head back. Yeah, let's nuke them. Tough, huh? Alright, so what does this blue mean? What is that? Something takes these guys out. Does the temp cane work? No.
Maybe we should avoid any potential contact with the prisoner? I think I've seen enough combat for today.
Let's see, what do we have? Nice ripped up clothes.
Humans. Always showing up when you're least expected.
Ah, Sela.
More Alachi. I don't think the Iconians want me to leave. Their tenacity is almost admirable.
Looks like you could use a hand.
Well, I think I'm alright.
And now we have their leaders' attention.
Yep.
Seela! I should kill you where you stand. It would be justice for all the lives you've destroyed.
And if you do, you'll never learn about the Iconians. I've been here for months. I've seen enough to know you need my help.
Alright.
Fine, you interrogate her. I might get a little carried away. But she returns with me to the Lisette when you're finished here. Seela is a prisoner of the Romulan Republic. Your government can go through official channels if they want to talk to her.
You and this Seela person seem to have some history. I'll leave you to speak to her.
Not so fast. You have the weapons, but I have the information. If you want to learn what I know, you'll need to keep those Romulan rebels under control. You've stumbled into something much greater than you're prepared to handle. I'm the best ally you have. I assume you already know where you are. Both the Alachi and the Solanae serve the Iconians. The Alachi are their warriors, and the Solanae are their scientists. They're the ones who created those creatures implanted into the Vaadwaur. Hakiv joined the Iconians out of faith. He thought the Iconians would create an empire he could rule. That did not go as planned. This time the Iconians wanted to control their puppets. When the Vaadwaur asked for strength to defeat their enemies, the Iconians gave them the parasites. The Vaadwaur had strength, but also strings. Strings that have now been cut. I'm sure you had something to do with that.
I guess they're all in bed with each other, huh?
All three of you working together? The world has changed in my absence. Or were the Vaadwaur that much of a threat to the Alpha Quadrant? That explains some things. I'd love an escort back to the world at large, but I have a feeling you have some questions first.
Alright, I don't have any questions. Oh, maybe I should do some questions here.
I'll answer what I can.
Ugh.
You can believe what you want.
Alright, no more questions.
Will I be taken into your custody? Or will I be left to Tiaru's tender mercies? Very well. It's not like I have a choice in the matter, do I?
Alright, let's beam to the ship.
We have Empress Seela in our brig. When she was taken by the Iconians last year, many of my people thought she would get away with her heinous crimes against the galaxy. With her in my brig, I am happy to know that is no longer a possibility. Of course, I understand that the Romulan Republic's claim on her is not unique. Her crimes are against all of the Alpha Quadrant. To that end, I will ensure that she be made available to all the Alliance leaders for interrogation and debriefing.
Alright.
Well, that wasn't exactly what I'd call a walk in the park. At least we know exactly how the Iconians were controlling the Vaadwaur. And you've certainly put a crimp in their plans. On the upside, as a photonic life form, I'm immune to any attempts at subversion by neural parasites. I'll see to the care of the captives we've rescued. In the meantime, it sounds like you and the Romulan Republic Command have a lot to talk about. Seela certainly has a story to tell, but should we believe all of it? I'll put a bug in Admiral Janeway's ear about the situation. That was a joke, by the way. You're going to be busy. Don't overdo... Oh, who am I kidding? Command officers never take their doctor's advice. Just remember that you're not in this alone. Good luck. I suspect things are starting to get interesting.
Alrighty. That's it. That is it for what's left behind. And it looks like a reward is this little Alachi kit module, Subspace Rift. Universal kit module, so it looks like any career path can use it. Engineer, tactical science. AoE, hold damage, speed recharge, and perception debuff. Creates a subspace rift for 15 seconds. Foes within 3 meters of the rift. Minus 480 perception, reduces damage by 33. Power recharge rate reduced by 50. Stuns target near rift. Reduced movement speed, unable to jump, unable to roll or sprint. I don't know. I can't say whether it'll be good or not. So go ahead and hand this in.
And the Iconians? That I did not expect. It's a lot to take in. And while I'm sure the former Empress has some interesting stories to tell, I know the Romulan Republic will want her to answer for her crimes against her people. There will be some tricky back-channel negotiations before this all shakes out. I'll keep you posted as much as I can.
Alright. Let's see how many skill points I get here. I don't know, maybe to like here. Oh, a little further than I thought. Alright guys, well, as always, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked my channel, go ahead and subscribe. Like my video if you liked it. And we'll see you back here next time.